Hello everybody, welcome to SoundOff Signal's booth here at FDIC 2021. We're here with Doug Baker, who is Senior Vice President of Technology and Chief Innovations Officer. Welcome and thank you for talking to us today.
Thank you.
So tell us about SoundOff Signal.
So SoundOff Signal, we've been in business for 30 years. What's interesting about SoundOff Signal, it was founded by safety and rooted in safety. So while you see us in lighting and other products, it's always been there from the beginning.
Oh, that's awesome. So you have some products that you'd like to talk about today. So tell us about what makes you different. What's your products that you're offering here today and going to be showing?
Yeah, so sure. So out of the last 30 years, obviously the technology in lighting has changed. We've gone from flash tubes and light bulbs, everything's high power, solid state, and LED right now. So while the technology on the inside of the lights, if you will, has changed, we've also changed the technology on the outside of the lights, and I'd like to go into that a little bit more. So you see, typically you have either a plastic lens or maybe even a glass outer lens on the light. Well, both of those have some trade-offs. What we have done is come out with an optical grade silicone lens system, and in that we can utilize all the high temperature properties that the fire market knows and loves in silicone, as well as we can do very unique, highly efficient lighting designs within that. As well, we can mold not only optics, but structural housing and the seal all in one part. So we're helping our reliability also go up as well by not having so many extra parts.
Yeah. Well, that's part of what that's what makes SoundOff Signal different, correct?
It is. We keep looking. Our job is looking forward, and we're trying to answer a bigger picture. So the lighting is one part of it, but we're not done with that. How do you make the lighting control? So many of our lights have 1, 2, 3 different colors going on, all now in the same light head. So we've tried to bring smart controls also in that. And the controls are not controls just for an operator to turn on and off. We're integrating them right in the vehicle. So it's talking with the vehicle and automating those tasks so the driver doesn't have to spend time worrying about lighting and signaling. They can focus on the job they need to do.
Yes. Well, firefighters like all different kinds of lights. They like to be able to have different sequencing, and it sounds like that's something that you're able to program in.
We are, and each department has things that work uniquely for them. Many are steeped deeply in tradition, that we want it to be this way because that's what's effective for us. But in a different part of the country, they may need it differently. And that's why the programmable controls are adjustable to make it really the right solution for you.
So what is your spectrum of colors? Do you have a spectrum of colors you can do on these lights?
So the regulations dictate what the spectrum of colors are in signal and warning lights. So those are really the primary colors.
Understood.
Yeah. So, but we're not done there yet. So
tell us more.
So we have cool LED lighting, and as the technology goes up in all the signal lighting, which is, I like to look at that as visual communication. How the emergency equipment needs to visually communicate to its surroundings is very important. So by having lighting technology, now with those integrated control technology, what happens once they're too bright? Now we've all figured out how to make bright lights. Well, now I'm relying on research partners. So I've gone out into research and I'm looking at the human science of what makes that communication most effective. For examples where a bunch of different equipment, all blinking and flashing, and I think we've all seen it, right? Mm-hmm. It's so bright that it just hurts.
You just have to,
it just hurts your eyes to see. Yeah. Well, that's not as safe as it could be. So by using some lighting strategies, we've measured, a big population of people, and we have found some solutions that help, in this case, help you identify a responder in a scene of all the sea of lights up to 2 seconds quicker. And for an approaching vehicle at 60 miles an hour, 2 seconds is huge in safety. Yes. And if we can help one more person get home at the end of the day, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, and even as helps responders at the scene, if the lights are not quite so bright and they're adequate to do the job, that's better because I'm a firefighter, and if you look back at the truck and lights are too bright, you can't do your job effectively.
It is. In fact, we've called it calming the chaos, because if it's chaotic, we can't do our best job. We're just humans, right?
That's right.
And once you're overstimulated in your vision acuities, especially at nighttime, where the glare can be very high in different conditions, well, it's best if we don't impair our very dear responders, who need to focus on their job.
Precisely.
Yeah,
You need to keep them safe from oncoming traffic, and you also need to keep them safe at the scene as well.
absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
By providing good,
Yeah.
solid light is a bigger step forward for that.
It is. So we have the tradition, of each department. We have this visual communication that's important. When lights are just loud and you can't tell what's going on, think of that as just yelling. Well, we need to control the conversation to be meaningful and effective. So,
Yes.
so now lighting with controls, with science. So here at SoundOff, we would like to look at that as saying this is where tradition meets technology.
Yes. So thanks, Doug, very much for talking to
Yeah.
me about SoundOff Signal. Where can customers and clients find out more about your products?
Well, certainly if you're here at the show and we're able to see this, meet any of our team, but please visit our website at www.soundoffsignal.com
Yes, very good.
for more information.
Yeah.
Ed, it's been great.
Thank you very much, Doug, for talking with us. And from FDIC 2021, from SoundOff Signal's booth, Ed Ballum, Senior Editor for Fire Apparatus Magazine. Till we meet again, stay safe.